Welcome to Chokeholds Chill. I'm Jenn, middle-aged grappler, coffee addict, and proud owner of the world's ugliest armbar.
And I'm Mallory, your training partner who's always laughing, even when being absolutely smashed, submission lover, and early bird fundamentals coach.
Here on Chokeholds Chill, we dive into the lives of our favorite sparring partners, the highs and lows of training, and what it really means to chase big dreams on and off the mats.
But it's not just about Jiu Jitsu. We're here for the laughs, the lessons, and the moments that remind us why we love this crazy sport and this crazy life.
We're here to talk about the good, the bad, and the hilarious, because let's face it, the mat teaches us more than just arm bars and mount escapes.
It teaches us about ourselves and how to navigate through life while being a part of an incredible community of people.
I mean, that's how we met.
Whether you're a seasoned competitor, a white belt finding your footing, or someone who just loves a good story, this podcast is for you.
It's about the roles we take, the people we meet, and the lessons that stick with us both on and off the mats.
So grab your gi, tie your belt tight, and get ready to roll with us.
This is Chokeholds Chill. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Chokeholds Chill. I'm Jenn, lover of all things takedown and tacos.
And I am Mallory, your Kimura specialist and competition enthusiast. Today, we have an exciting episode for you.
We're going to start it off with a roll call to chat about our recent wins and some of our goals. Then diving into an interview with BJ, our favorite non-training buddy who happens to be Mallory's biggest fan, but also her husband.
Yay! Woo! And then we'll wrap it all up with Chill Zone at the end, where we'll talk about what's keeping us grounded and happy and just chilling. Roll call.
Let's do it.
All right, so Jenn, let's start with you. What's been your biggest win this week? Any goals you're working towards?
You guys know I don't have wins very often. It's just usually survival. So I'm going to brag just a smidge right now.
Do it. Hell yeah.
But only because this doesn't happen often. Okay, so I was dying. I couldn't get shit done. I was getting my ass kicked. Nothing was happening. I'm partnering with Jesse. David literally walks away mid-drill, like head shaking, hands in the air, like, and I got nothing. So Sewer Rat wants to do a round.
Perfect.
for open rounds, and I was like, absolutely. Here we go. So he's got a really nasty ankle pick, and I have to be hyper aware. I've also been working with him on actually using a collar tie instead of just pretending he thinks he wants to. So he's been working on that, and I had to be really careful. But instead of like trying to just defend the position, I decided I'm just going to murder him. So I grabbed my arm in guillotine and jumped guard.
Oh, I love that.
Onto Wade.
Amazing.
Drug Sewer Rat down to the mat. Finish the guillotine. We get up. Same fucking thing happens the second time.
We love it. Sewer Rat. Good job, bud.
So what about you, Mal?
Well, so there's a competition today that I was planning on doing.
Yes.
And unfortunately, there's just not many people in like my divisions to actually get to compete often these days, which is a bummer. So I saw that there is a roll-a-lot competition coming up on February 8th. And there's just two divisions. It's 175 up and 175 down.
It's like it's made for you.
So I'm hoping that means I will have somebody to compete with. Because if I don't, then that would be really sad. So I would be on the heavy end of that lower class, which is nice because who doesn't like to be the
best spot to sit in?
And plus, like, you know, the girls that I roll with are all smaller than me. So I'm used to the small murderers like yourself.
Yeah, that's a really good competition for you, I think, because you'll do real well.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, so that's on my radar right now, and I haven't signed up officially yet, but I think I'm going to because I'm itching to compete.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been too long.
It's been so long since I've competed. Jesse told me today, newsflash, everybody, it's really tiring competing, and even when you win, you're still tired.
Yeah.
And I said, I've done it before. I love my husband so much. But I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why I'm at home and not competing because I don't want to feel like
That's
that.
why Jen's done competing. It's fine. But
Oh man.
yeah, so I think that's the roll call.
I love
today.
it.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Let's bring BJ into the mix and chat with him about what's been going on in his life.
Okay. Perfect. Let's do it.
Unique New York, Unique New York, unique New York.
Wow, you are struggling.
Wow, everybody, meet BJ.
How now, brown cow?
We got a lot happening here right now. So BJ may not do jiu-jitsu with us, but we still like him. He's allowed around us. And he and Mallory are recently married. So we're going to welcome BJ to the pod.
Yay,
welcome, BJ.
Welcome.
Hello there.
So, Beej, even though you don't train jiu-jitsu, you do have your background as an athlete, and you work, you're a physical therapist, so you know lots of things about, the body and things like that. So tell us about some of your athletic history and what got you interested in PT and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, my sports that I played way back when, main sport was hockey. Did some track and field, and got into physical therapy after I had a hockey injury. I dislocated my shoulder when I was like 13. So that just got me interested for that and kind of the sports aspect of it. Of course, now I work with a lot of older people, so it's not really so much the sports-related field like I once anticipated. But
Your favorite patients are the younger, like your younger athletes and stuff that you do get to work with.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what position did you play in hockey?
Center. I was center.
Excellent. Oh,
I say often, like, I really wish that I could have seen you play hockey. Like, I've literally we've done ice skating together,
where
but
are
I've
the home
never
movies?
ever seen him play hockey. And like, you're such a nice person, and hockey can be such a brutal sport. That's like weird for me to think of you in that context, even though I know you were still like a nice hockey player. Like, you didn't start fights and shit, right?
No, but you have like the scrums in front of the net, whatever. Those are fun.
Yeah. A little high sticking never hurt anyone.
Sure.
I dabbled in hockey, watching hockey
Watching it.
as a kid
Yeah,
during the Gretzky era.
It's like foreign out here too. So like,
Oh my God, yeah.
There's no teams anywhere. There's no ice. Like the closest ice rink I think is Eugene. So it's
Yeah.
yeah.
And I've seen the Kraken play. I mean, they might be good now, but it's not the same as like old school hockey was when like people are duking it out on the mat. The mat.
On the mat.
Rink. It's the same now. I fight all day long. So yeah, congratulations to you guys on the wedding. First of all, that was a treat to be able to
Thank
come
you.
out there,
Glad
meet
to
the
have you guys out
fam,
there on the East Coast.
see your community.
There are a bunch of characters we have there back in upstate New York.
Loved it. No, I thought it was like one of the coolest places I've ever like seen. It was just
That's
like
awesome.
the cutest towns and like cool communities, and then like, I mean, we love the PNW, but let's be honest, it
Yeah.
has
Big
its
fan of
drawbacks.
Cheryl, New York, weren't you?
Yeah, I really was. Yeah, Cheryl, New York was great. So, so Jesse, I think, loves jujitsu more than I do, more than he loves me. Like it's the number one. I'm a close second, but he loves me a lot too. So he's obsessed. So Mallory likes to choke grown men on the weekdays for fun. How do you deal with that?
How do I deal with that? No, it's cool. I mean, it's her outlet for getting out her frustrations, probably induced by me in the first place. But
Taking the
true.
blame.
but no, it's a huge passion of hers. So love to support it.
What do you do to like, I mean, okay, so I've seen like you've shown up to our competitions and I've seen your face. Like I've seen like you understand the sport, even though you don't play it, like you fully get what's going on. It's super fun to see you watch her win. Like I love it. But what about you? What do you do to keep yourself like happy and like active? Like what is your vice?
Well, I kind of dabble between a whole bunch of different stuff, but I like biking, I like golfing. I snowboard too. I wish I was closer to the mountains so I could do that a lot more. That
Yeah.
would be like my primary thing that I'd like to do.
You should go with Jesse.
But yeah, sure.
Jesse is obsessed with snowboarding.
He also wants to learn to surf. So
Yes.
Costa Rica's coming up.
Yep. So,
I'm totally gonna take a surf lesson.
He's
while I'm
got
out there,
boards
too.
out there too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking
So,
forward to
that'll be
that.
fun.
But yeah, so like those sorts of things, it seems like there's never enough hours in the day to get everything done that I want to do or focus on any of those hobbies fully like that, fully commit. So
Yeah.
he's also very handy, and he has his projects. He's, takes apart and puts together his vehicles and does little woodworking things here and there.
Nice.
So
Sounds like a proud mom.
I feel like I know I am a proud, because you're very humble. You don't like talk about the cool things that you can do.
I do many things, but not very good at many.
A jack of all trades, a master of none.
Yeah,
In the days of like the internet, does anybody master anything anymore, or do we just like move on?
Yeah.
That's kind of it too.
Yeah.
Just not enough hours in the day to do everything.
It's true.
But yeah, so I just like to tinker with all those different things, and nothing really that I'm like dead set on with one thing, like what she does with Jiu Jitsu or what you do with Jiu Jitsu. But yeah.
Yeah.
He did an Ironman a couple of years ago and trained really hard for that.
Yeah.
So I think you've thought about doing another one of those.
Yeah, maybe. The thing with me, it's like to keep me going or keep me
Motivated.
Thank you. Yeah, is I need to have like some sort of objective in mind. So like the Ironman was really helpful to do that because I had something I was shooting for. I had a deadline for that. So that's really helpful. But as of right now, I'm just lazy ass. So maybe there'll be an Ironman in the future. Who knows? No guarantees on that.
He's like, hockey rink, Iron Man, I don't care. Just give me something to do.
Yeah, exactly. Mountains, any of that.
Oh, that's too funny. So, Mallory, I have questions for you because you've been training for 4 years now.
4 years.
4 years. And I know what it's like to balance jujitsu with a husband that trains in a strong marriage that we're going on 14 years of being married. How are you guys juggling? Mallory's choking men on the weekdays and BJ is holding down the fort at home for those hours in the new marriage. I know you guys have been together for a while, but sometimes that dynamic could change.
Yeah, so we've been together for like over 8 years now. So, I mean, it's been half of our time together. I've been training jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And I think that for the most part, he would probably say that it's
Well, I'm gonna let
much
him
better
answer.
than I am because I'm also a person that like I've always played team sports and stuff. So I like got pretty lazy there for a while. And I wasn't like super happy with myself and like how I felt and how I looked and everything. So I think jiu-jitsu super helped with that. There's definitely some times that I probably prioritized jiu-jitsu a little too much, or it was like a crutch for stuff that I was, going through versus, being home and letting BJ be my crutch.
Right.
So there's definitely like those times where I'm like, all right, I'm going to jiu-jitsu, and I can tell that he's like, what the fuck?
He wanted to be the crutch, or he needed you, right?
He's so supportive, but I know that it can be frustrating sometimes. So like the past year, I would say over in the past year, we've kind of made like a schedule where I have my jiu-jitsu nights and then I have my nights that like I'm home with him, and it's like it's more consistent, and like he knows, okay, Mondays I'm going to 2 classes and I'm gonna be gone at work all day, and then I'm gonna be at jiu-jitsu all night.
So she's useless on Mondays.
Mondays are, and he has Mondays off, so he is just all day alone, all night.
Yeah, that would be Jesse's
to
dream. Like,
myself.
oh, you're going to be busy the whole day? Thank you.
But I would say there's definitely been some times of struggle and frustration with trying to balance, but I think that we've definitely have it more balanced now. What would you say, Robert?
I'm curious what BJ
definitely,
thinks.
Yeah, it's great again that she has this outlet, this passion of hers with that, but obviously that has led to frustration in the past because there's other gotta get shit done elsewhere. But
Yeah.
you know, and when she's going to class every single night of the week, it's just like, oh, come on. So we've come up with the schedule. It works a lot better now. And you know, I know when to expect her at home, when she's not going to be there, when I can plan things around that too. So
it's also helpful.
It's
also helpful with Jesse having comp class on Wednesday mornings because that's freed up my Wednesday nights a little bit more.
Right.
So that's nice. Thanks, Jesse.
So you're still training just as much, but you've switched to morning classes when you're not
sleeping.
You're sleeping. Yeah.
Sleeping. I have an easy time getting up for jujitsu, but a really hard time working or getting up for work. So,
So aside from the schedule, BJ, I wanted to go back. Like, so you guys made a schedule, but like, there's a lot of people that have non-training partners and feel the way you feel. Like, so I'm just genuinely curious, like how, when like she knows you're frustrated, she knows you want her to stay. How do you work through that when like she's going to this outlet where it's like, ugh, it's fine, all of this is going to go, and you have to sit in whatever you're sitting in from the day?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's like, I don't care, just get her out of
He's
here.
like, crack a beer and watch my YouTube channel.
Okay.
I'll just do that and go tinker, like I said, dude.
Hang with the dogs.
Hobbies,
So you keep up with all your hobbies.
Yeah.
He always has the dogs to keep him company.
Yeah.
They're
That's nice.
obsessed with him. Even like the newer dog that he's still not claiming as his. So that's why I'm saying my dog. That dog is obsessed. He's obsessed with BJ.
Of
and
course.
BJ doesn't know how to handle it. He's like up his ass. And like yesterday,
It's a bit much.
I was
That
doing
is a lot.
something. I was doing something in the kitchen, and he was like, "Babe, come here." And I looked around the corner, and Luca's head is literally just resting on the side of his face, and like
Bro.
it looks like he's trying to like read your phone screen. Like
He's like the jealous girlfriend that's like,
He
did you
is.
text Mallory today?
But no, I did that, but
no,
Oh,
it's so
man.
fun, and I know like despite the frustrating times, he is always like my biggest fan and supporter. And obviously I love competing, but one of my favorite things about competing is like when I'm done with a match and I look over at
Yes.
him and it's like, oh, like
It's everything.
He's proud of me.
It's
Like,
everything.
well, kind of back to what you said. Like, you never got to see me play hockey. I never got to see you play softball. So, this is your competition. This is your outlet at this point. So it is cool. It's cool to see your passion and what you put all that time into.
yeah.
Did you follow along at the Ironman? Did you run that shit side by
no.
side?
No. What'd you do? You saw me when I
Non-supportive
passed and
spouse.
you went to the bar and went and got a drink with our friends. And then you
yeah.
came back out when I was running back and then saw me off on the bike, went and got another drink, right? Something like
Yeah,
that.
pretty much.
Sounds like she did not watch you like you watch her.
It's okay.
Okay, but you can't.
You
first
really
of all.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just giving
I
you
have-
shit. You would have had to run it or nothing.
It's like an out and back.
There's an app though. So there's an app where you follow them because they have their chip. So you can
Yeah.
actually see them on the map moving. So I did have the map up the whole time because I was
Oh,
tracking.
he's coming back. Finish that. Come on.
yeah.
Chug it.
Let's go.
Yeah, we were. It's
I'll have
just,
another one in 2 minutes.
it was good. A walking distance to this cool bar that had some good whiskey. So me and a couple of our friends were,
That's
just
fun
go-
though.
Actually, one of our friends came super hungover, so she was puking in the bushes while BJ was riding by on the bike.
good thing she didn't follow you.
But no,
That's cool,
it
though.
is cool though. It was cool to see him do that. But the training is insane, and it's a hard pass for me.
How's the training? What'd you have to do for that?
It was 8 months that we kind of put in towards that. So I did it with a group of our coworkers, and one of them used to be like an Ironman coach. So,
Okay.
having never done that before, I didn't really know the layout of it. So he would just kind of send us an email each week. Okay, you should be doing this. And I was like, all right, cool. Just following along
That's
with that.
cool.
So it was really easy to follow along with, but like it would be probably about like 5 nights a week. I would be doing one of the events or bricking with 2 of the events at once.
Okay.
So
And what are the events for people that are?
swimming, biking, and running.
How many miles of each of those did you do?
Oh, I have no idea.
No, I mean
don't
for the
know.
actual race.
Oh,
it's,
for
the
it's a
race.
half. Yeah, so it was a half Ironman.
It was 1.2 mile swim. It's 56 miles bike, and then a half marathon, 13-mile run.
Blech.
But
Oh my God.
Yeah. And some people
He's shrugging like, what?
So
and I'm over here like, I would die.
That was a beast, and I was dead. But
yeah, but I'm a 1 miler.
and that's only a half. That's only a half Ironman.
People do
That's
the full.
insane.
And I will say something like really awesome about watching the Ironmans. Like if you haven't seen one,
Yeah, I
like,
have not
It
at all.
is really
I mean, I
like
know what
it's
it is,
inspiring because there are people that you see running and biking by that if you walk by them on the street, you would be like, I would not expect them to have an athletic bone in their body.
And they're
but
killing
here
it.
they are. And on the app too, you can follow like the age divisions, or you can pick and choose different people. So I searched for the women's like oldest age group, and I followed a couple just random people.
I'm out there.
And there was this one lady. Like in her 70s that well into the bike, she was like neck and neck with BJ and the boys. And it wasn't until the run that she fell behind, because they do the swim and then the bike and then the run.
Those legs.
So
got her.
amazing. So I'm following this lady, and I mean, of course, I have no idea who she is because I would have been cheering as she ran
But that's
by.
wild.
But like,
Yeah.
it was just amazing. I was like, look at her go. It was so cool. So it's awesome to see
inspiring.
all ages, all shapes and sizes, and so it is pretty inspiring to watch. So I was super proud of him. Super, super proud. And
So when you're done, the sense of accomplishment has got to be massive.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
Yeah, it's all
yeah.
kind of leading up to that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So 8 months of
course.
training, all
it
of
was
these
something like
things.
that, yeah.
How long was the event total?
Back like what, 7-8 hours?
Jeez.
8 hours.
Do you have to like work that whole time?
Well, no one's pulling me on the bike.
No, right. So
yeah.
you're right. You are actively running, swimming, or biking for 7 to 8 hours nonstop.
Right.
Yeah.
They have like a switch over time where there's the swim, and then they go to the area where they have all their bikes parked, and they strip off their wetsuits and they put their bike stuff on, and then they go.
Oh my
So I think your
gosh.
switch over times are like 10 minutes maybe.
Yeah,
Probably the
like
swim,
there's,
Which
there's
is
some people
barely
like some of like the
enough.
true like competitors with that too. They do it in like 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah,
too,
like
Do
they
they have
get
a
out of the
dresser?
water and they're stripping.
they're already like
yeah.
stripping down on their way into the transition zone. It's nuts. So my goal was not any time; it was just to finish.
Which
So
is
I did that.
incredible. Yeah, I'm very impressed. That's freaking massive.
But yeah. Now I need a new objective.
Now he needs a
because
new
now I'm getting
one.
lazy.
You have a professional
Oh,
objective.
she shifted gears.
I
I was
did.
like,
Sorry.
where are we?
I
It
was
was.
like,
I felt
wait,
like it
where
was
are
a
we
good
going?
segue.
Professional update for us. You got anything cool happening?
I've been interested in it for a while. There's a course through Titleist that they offer. Basically, it's taking a look at the golf swing and helping to identify limitations to your swing based on your body mechanics, things like that. So it just looks at the golf swing. It looks at what your body's capabilities are and where your limitations might be with that in your golf swing. Okay. Looks at your efficiency with the golf swing and how you can make it better too. So it actually counts towards like my CEUs for
That's
PT.
cool.
So it was just something I've been really interested with for a while now. So, wanting to kind of segue a little bit and obviously make myself more marketable with that. That's a way that I can kind of get some more supplemental income. We'll start kind of working towards that now.
Yeah.
I've only just, got my feet wet with the first level of it, but I'm going to start working into the
Diving
second
in.
level and things like that, and then start to reach out a little bit.
Yeah, I think that you're going to have a lot of success because
fun.
thankfully we have massive golf courses available here that
Sure,
are,
yeah.
world known.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I also think like I've seen you come into the gym and like help somebody out in a quick pinch of, a little like, here, let me help your,
Our unofficial gym
Yeah,
PT.
I don't know.
How many
No
different
medical
people
advice
have
is
you
given.
worked
Oh,
on?
just a few.
But it's cool to like watch you be able to assess a situation and like know the body so well. And I know it's your job, but I've been to a lot of physical therapists before and they don't all just get it. So it's nice to like I know if she says, this is what's going on with this person, this is what just happened, here's the injury, you're able to come in and be like, okay, this is what you need to do. And then you always give like great follow-up advice and they listen to you.
That's good.
That's the other
That's
good
half the
thing.
battle.
Yeah, my favorite BJ rescuing us at the gym story was when our friend Coop, if you're listening, hi Coop.
If you're not, we don't like you.
But he just a total fluke. It wasn't even like rolling or anything, but dislocated his kneecap like pretty disgustingly. And He's just laying on the mat with his kneecap like on the side of his leg. I called BJ and I was like, somebody just dislocated their knee and I need you to come here. And he's like, can't you just pop it back in? And I was like, no, like I don't want to. I was like,
I'll talk you through it.
I was like, I probably could. I was like, but it looks really ugly. Like it wasn't just like slightly out. It was on the side of his leg. Like, so I was like, I'm not touching it. So he's like, all right, I'll be right down. And so thankfully we live like 4 minutes from the gym because he came and saved the day. And Coop is now recovered.
Coop was able to walk out and go to his doctor and get it checked out.
But yeah, so Beach he's a lifesaver sometimes for us at the gym.
Yes, yes. So you want to, like your Titleist situation with your golfing, is there a name for that?
Titleist Performance Institute, TPI.
Okay.
There's different subsects of it, I guess. Like, so there's level 1. There's 3 levels, but then the level 2, it kind of splits off to all these different courses of it. So you have the medical field. So obviously I'm going to do level 2 medical for it.
Sure.
Right? So it teaches you more injuries and things that are more prone to happen to the golfer and just puts you in a better mindset for that. So obviously that kind of follows my pathway well for that aspect of it. But then there's other ones that branch off towards like golf professionals. There's ones that just help with general fitness for it, and then power. So I'm going to be taking both the medical and the power portions of that. So,
do you know what the power is about?
It's just looking at where you're generating your power to create the swing from. So, I haven't really got into it. I bought it, but I haven't done it yet.
Not yet. Yeah, that's why I was asking if you knew yet.
but yeah, so it's just it's telling you like where you're supposed to be generating power. Obviously, it's all coming from the ground, and it teaches you everything's kind of like a whip in that swing. So your legs are what's generating that force to start the power through the hands.
Okay.
But no, I haven't really got into that one too much yet, but
in due time. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it is really cool. And another thing that we've to jump back when we were talking about like balancing our relationship and jiu-jitsu and stuff, we also like needed something more that we could do together. So I started golfing more this year, got my own clubs and all of the stuff and punch card at the golf course.
Too.
Did you give her the assessment yet?
No, well, I did the physical screen for it. Yeah.
So he's going to be able to help level up my golf game.
Yeah.
And so that'll be exciting. I've gotten a lot better. So
he's really good.
I'm excited. I'm excited for him to do this. And then, when the season comes around again, I'm ready to kick your ass. We made a bet that I would beat him by, like I said, what, two years from this date, I will beat you. And then he like put it in the calendar. It was like, Mal will beat BJ by this date. So
when is the date?
Sometime midsummer.
Sometime in 2026 because I said 2 years.
Right.
So BJ's sick.
I've got
that whole
time.
golf season.
The only thing like right now with it being like rainy season here, right?
Right.
So you don't really get to get outside too much to really do much of like the actual like swing practice and things like that. So we can do the physical screen, things like that, but don't really get to practice any of those or do any of the drills just yet.
Do you have anything else cool happening in your world right now that you want to tell us about?
No, I don't think so.
Excellent.
Sorry, you can cut
He's
that
just
out.
He's doing his husband life. He's getting used to that husband life. Oh, you're wearing your ring today.
Oh, good job.
Yeah. Not much of a ring wearer.
Well, I don't think any it's hard, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of surprising when I actually have it on.
Well, and it's like we have to take it off all the time for everything. Like I can't lift weights with it. I can't do jiu-jitsu. So then I forget. And then I'm like, well, shit, it's been 3 days.
Yeah. We like to give each other shit about it.
Vice versa. I'll catch you without yours on too.
Busted.
So, yeah. Back and forth.
Well, thanks for putting up with our shit. We're going to do a little closeout here. We call it the chill zone. And that's when we talk about what we're doing right now to help us like relax and recharge. And that can be like a physical activity or it can be sleeping on the couch, like whatever. So Mallory, I'm going to start with you. What are you doing?
My chill zone. I've been working on journaling a little bit more. So usually when BJ goes to sleep, because I stay up later than him on almost all the nights.
All right. So I have a very like set sleep schedule. So like,
I understand.
I'm like 10 to 6. So 10 o'clock comes around or even like 9:30, I'm
Done.
getting ready for bed. I'm like, I'm conking out. And she's like a night owl that's going to stay up for another 3 hours.
It's
Jesse.
awful because
Yeah.
I'm both a night owl and an early bird,
Jesse.
like half of the week. So it's just a weird balance.
Weird
but,
sleep schedule.
But yeah, but I've been doing like a little bit of journaling just to kind of reflect. And I've always liked writing, but I never make the time to do it. So I actually do have I don't even think I've told BJ this.
Oh,
but
podcast secrets.
I actually do have like a Word doc where I have like some random stories and stuff from various time periods of my life that I'm kind of putting
Excellent.
together to get out of my system.
Yeah, to get it out of your head and get it.
It's interesting, when it's very therapeutic because like when you're in therapy and stuff, and I'm not currently in therapy, but like
You have to
you
talk
think
through
of
a
like
lot.
these like moments and stuff, and you don't realize how much those moments like shape you or impact you.
Yep.
And
Until you're in therapy for it.
until you're in therapy for it. But I think like writing stuff down kind of helps me like process and
Yeah.
figure. I'm like, why are you the way that you are?
Oh my God.
Like,
Everybody
I think
wants to
BJ
know.
looks at me and thinks that all the time. Why are you the way that you are?
Wait, you've met her family though.
Yeah.
So there you
That's
go.
why.
Yeah, I love Mallory's family,
It
but
all
like
makes
our
sense.
families are why we are the way they are.
Yeah.
Like, period.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny.
She loves when I call her Little Bonge.
Wait, what?
He calls me, I have tendencies where I'm definitely like, that was very much like my mother. So he sometimes calls me Little Bonge, and I'll be like, shut up. But it's all good. I love her. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Bon. But she got mentioned on the pod. She's gonna be excited.
She's a Bonge
She's
is
too
famous.
cute.
She's a real character.
She's too cute. We should get BJ's dad on the pod though.
Oh my God, I love that man. That man
man.
is, it's BJ in 30 years. So,
Well, you know your future too.
yep, it is my future. What about you, Beej?
Yeah. What do you do to chill out?
To unwind and relax.
Oh, just kind of kick back with a beer.
God,
That's all I
boys.
do.
So
Boys are so easy.
Yeah.
I'm going to yoga and
Like to
meditation
watch
tomorrow.
car videos.
Oh,
or
that's
tinker on
cool.
my car. Things like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's good enough.
What's
for
your
me.
dream car?
Honestly, if I had it my way, I would have like 6, 7 cars. So it's a good
Yeah.
thing I don't.
You need a bigger
It's a good thing I
garage.
don't.
A bigger garage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, that's it for this week's episode of Chokeholds and Chill. Thank you so much, BJ, for coming and hanging out with us today.
thanks
I
for
know
having
we can be a lot. All righty, guys.
See you
Until
next
next
time.
time. Bye.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check us out on Instagram at chokeholdsandchillpod or shoot us a message at chokeholdsandchillpod@gmail.com.